Welcome to Trivia Clips. Think you know everything about the bad boys from Boston? This is part 1 of the Aerosmith True or False Challenge. You have 5 seconds to answer each one, true or false. Let's find out if you can walk this way through 10 rock-solid questions. Aerosmith formed in Boston in 1970. You have 5 seconds to answer, true or false. Correct answer. True. Aerosmith was formed in Boston, Massachusetts in 1970. The classic lineup included Steven Tyler and Joe Perry. They later became known as the Toxic Twins. Their raw, blues-based hard rock took time to catch on. By the mid-70s, they were stadium headliners. Boston remains a core part of their identity. 2. Sweet Emotion was the band's first #1 hit. You have 5 seconds to answer. True or false? Correct answer. False. Sweet Emotion was a breakthrough hit in 1975, but it only peaked at number 36 on the Billboard Hot 100. Their true first #1 came much later. I Don't Want to Miss a Thing hit #1 in 1998. It was featured in the film Armageddon. The band's biggest chart success came decades in. 3. Steven Tyler once worked as a drummer before becoming a singer. You have 5 seconds to answer. True or false? Correct answer. True. Before becoming Aerosmith's frontman, he played drums. Tyler was a drummer and backup singer in other bands. His early bands included Chain Reaction and The Strangers. He always dreamed of leading a rock band, though. Eventually, he put down the sticks and grabbed the mic. His stage presence was meant to be up front. 4. Aerosmith was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1995. You have 5 seconds to answer. True or false? Correct answer. False. They were inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2001. The ceremony recognized their decades of influence. Their mix of blues, rock, and glam earned critical praise. Fans and critics alike supported their induction. 2001 marked 31 years since their founding. They're now forever part of rock history. 5. Joe Perry once left the band in the late 1970s. You have 5 seconds to answer. True or false? Correct answer. True. Joe Perry left in 1979 due to growing tensions. Drugs and ego battles were tearing the band apart. He formed the Joe Perry Project during that time. Brad Whitford also left shortly after. Both eventually rejoined in the mid-80s. Their return sparked the band's epic comeback. 6. The album Toys in the Attic features Dream On. You have 5 seconds to answer. True or false? Correct answer. False. Dream On appeared on their 1973 self-titled debut album. Toys in the Attic was released 2 years later in 1975. That album included Walk This Way and Sweet Emotion. Dream On became a hit only after being re-released. It's now one of their most iconic songs, but it didn't come from Toys in the Attic. 7. Aerosmith collaborated with Run DMC on Walk This Way. You have 5 seconds to answer. True or false? Correct answer. True. The 1986 remix with Run DMC was a game changer. It helped bridge rock and hip-hop in a bold way. The track revitalized Aerosmith's career. It introduced the band to a whole new generation. The video showed Tyler and Perry breaking a wall. It's now considered one of music's most iconic collabs. 8. Aerosmith has never won a Grammy Award. You have 5 seconds to answer. True or false? Correct answer. False. They've won 4 Grammy Awards in total. All came during their 90s comeback period. Their first was for Janie's Got a Gun in 1991. Other wins included Livin' on the Edge and Pink. They've also received multiple nominations. Their accolades span decades of rock dominance. 9. Love in an Elevator was a huge MTV hit. You have 5 seconds to answer, true or false. Correct answer, true. Released in 1989, it became a staple on MTV. The video featured humor, glam, and suggestive themes. It was part of the Pump album, a major success. The song reached number 5 on the Billboard Hot 100. Its catchy riff and lyrics made it unforgettable. MTV helped keep Aerosmith in the spotlight. End of part 1. Still flying high with the Toxic Twins? Don't go anywhere. Part 2 is coming in hot with even more Aerosmith truths. Let's rock on!